Thank all of you for participating very actively and making this session very successful. Of course, as I said at the beginning, though I am not concerned with the present session where I chaired, vocational training enhancing the employability skills of the youth. But originally, my name is listed in government universities making a mark globally. I am being alone. We can understand the fate of government universities. but still, I mix both my own government universities and its fate, as well as fate of the youth of this nation by vocationalization. See, globally, we all know we are having so much of historical background in the university system. Especially looking at the past glory of Indian universities, India has a long history of providing higher education through ancient universities such as Nalanda and Takshashila, which offer diversified, need-based, value-based courses for the students coming abroad in the past. Having such a great background, great history, but if you look into the fate of the government universities at present, there is no, I hope, any match between the Nalanda and Takshashila and the other universities at the present day. Therefore, in order to plan your future wisely, it is necessary that you understand and appreciate your past. Without looking into the past, we cannot frame the future. We cannot do anything in the future. Having such a great glory of the universities in the past, but in which direction the present government universities are going, facing so many problems, obstacles in discharging their autonomy and their academic duties. Especially knowing government universities are facing the varieties of many problems for that matter. But if we understand government in the sense that is everything, the government universities has to enjoy the autonomy in framing the policies and the rules and regulations. And we know the fate of the present universities having the scarcity of the funds, mobilization of the financial resources, and also the problem of getting the meritorious faculty and having a committed research activity where we are lacking behind. Having such a great glory, but at present, if we look into the fate of the state universities, they're all facing the multidimensional problems where the government has to look into the affairs of the government universities. Especially, some universities are being run by the state government, some are by central government, and some of the state universities are under the control of the University Grants Commission, and some other deemed universities or NITs and IITs are coming on the AICTE. So like the variety of the central agencies are having such a hold upon the universities that are being run under the government control. But still, there is an easy way to top where we are going to. But when you intended to top and get a place at the global level, it needs to have so much of efforts. So when we are planning to reach the global level, then the problems which we are going to encounter are going to be more. But still, if the government is going to support the system, then certainly, if not today, then tomorrow, the government universities are going to perform well, and they are going to mark at global level. But only the thing is, all the phases of the system has to accept for the changes. They have to accept for change, and they have to accept for the transformation of the existing system. And while bringing the transformation and the changes, certainly the universities are going to face the problems, both positive and negative. Then freedom of the universities are being restricted by the government. And if we are not going to have the devotion towards the quality education, certainly it is not going to be achieved any mark at the global level. The quality of education is a very important. Then all the universities has to introduce the communication and technology. Then if the thing is going to be attended with so much of commitment and devotion, then certainly these government universities are going to have its own recognition at global level. We all know a few universities in our country has produced the Nobel laureates in the very past, I hope, before independence like. But after that, though we are having more number of the universities, but coming to the academic and the research, development, seems to be very poor. So that if the government is going to encourage for the quality education, quality research, and innovative and creativity aspects, and establishing the incubation centers, and encouraging the students to actively participate in the research activity without any problem, then certainly, if not today, the coming future, certainly the universities, government universities are going to have their own place at the global level. That's the reason, not the thing that the government has to go on introducing the universities, town-wise or the village-wise or else the district-wise. But as for the Knowledge Commission, though they have recommended to have so many universities in this nation, but looking at establishing the universities at different levels of the rural districts, but having not providing any infrastructure to run the universities like. So having a scarcity of funds and having a infrastructure, less infrastructure facilities, and having no any type of the facility, but when the government asks the universities to perform and reach the level of the globe, it is not that easy to them. But not that, introducing the universities without any looking into quality of the universities and its performance. If it is going to be so, certainly there will not be any meaning for the introduction of the universities from the government side. That's the reason the government universities are facing such a great problem, the competition from the private partners, where their number is more than what else the government sector. So having such a number of both private and public universities coming into the academic and research activities, certainly the one day or the other, we cannot assess the quality of the education that is going to be. That's the reason people used to say how the competition has arisen, increasing day by day, how the standards are going down. After having a lunch, three CEOs, they sit in the corridor, they started charting. I'm telling about the competition, how it is going on at present day, and how standards are like. So they sat and they were charting, and they wanted to share their happiness of that week. One of them have started telling, I'm very happy. My wife is delivered yesterday, blessed with 2 children. Then immediately another CEO started telling, oh, what is there? My wife too delivered, blessed with triplets. The first man said, my wife is blessed with, delivered, blessed with the twins. And he was telling, prior to that, she was watching a movie of Ram and Shyam. And when the second fellow telling, my wife too delivered, but blessed with the triplets, and he was telling that my wife was watching a movie of Amar Akbar Anthony. Then third fellow started going out, running into the streets of Delhi. Then other two could not understand. They followed him and caught hold of him in the middle of the town. And they asked him, hey man, where are you running? He said, I am running to the hospital. Why? My wife is admitted into the hospital. So what? She is about to deliver. So what? She was watching a movie of Alibaba 40 Thieves. So he is frightened that way the competition is growing, where the quality of the things that are coming down every day. So that keeping in mind of the competition, that its activities, its quality, the government has to introduce and establish the universities from the government side. And like there are so many things the universities at present are facing the problems, but equally to that, the session of the training, actually, it is a new idea, especially in Andhra Pradesh. Government of Andhra Pradesh has started Rajiv Yuva Kiranalu. A special scheme has been introduced by the state government itself, where they are going to train the people, giving them in various skills in various sectors, like even construction sector, National Construction Corporation of India. They are coming forward to the various towns and the cities and villages also they are going. They have established some training centers where they are giving the training. And equally to that, not mere providing the training to the people or the skill for the people, they are also showing some placement opportunities to the people who are undergoing the training also. That is what Madam was telling, that electrician, the mechanism. Then other day when I happened to the Bilaspur University, the people, all my colleagues participating in that, they were telling. So most of we were maintaining the electric pumps in bore wells like in every house like in India. So keeping a bore well with electric pump, electric motor, but how many of the owners of that house are having an idea of to repair a small, repair if it comes like. So that we are having so many the houses, so many villages, every household is having one electric pump where we have no any idea of to get repair like. That's the reason, such as a small thing where we can train the people in electrical aspects of electricians like. So mechanism also, two-wheeler like. Then one of my colleagues were posing one question like, the universities at present, they are coming forward to issue the certificate for the people, those who are undergoing the training at outside also. The candidate who wants to go for the skill development, he has to enroll his name with the universities and recognized institutions of the both state and central governments. And then that university is, going to send that man to the concerned industry or the company where he has to undergo the training like. So like after finishing the working hours, working days or so, if that owner of that industry, if he gets satisfied and issues a certificate that this man is qualified with so much of the training like and hours he has fulfilled. So basing on that, the universities are coming forward to issue the, certificates also in the form of diplomas, the degrees like. And we are going to have the tie-up with the industry even. Not that an institution is going to train up the ITIs are coming forward to train, having no any basic degree or the basic qualification to the man who wants to undergo here. Then this is a great facility where while earning activities also going to happen. Then there are so many fields of activities. If you look into the, the outside where we are having just taken the lunch, then the people serving, catering, people serving the lunch, they are maintaining some dignity of their own profession like. That is nothing but the skill development, skill professionals trained under the catering aspect of and other hospitality and industries like. So there are so many things like, but only thing is people has to show the interest of to get transformed and interest to learn the various skills in the various centers like that. That is the reason if you don't, prefer to get transformed or prefer to get trained. That's the reason people used to say training is such a great, item. If you give a fish to a man, he eats himself. If you train a man how to catch the fish, he feeds his family. That is the notion of the training. If you give a fish to a man, he eats himself. If you train a man how to catch the fish, certainly he's going to feed his generations to come like. That is the notion, that is the aim of ours, going for the skill development. And I thank all of you. I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity. A single one-man show in my session as a government universities, making a mark globally, both speaker as well as chairperson, and another session where I got an opportunity to share this. Thank you.